Hey guys, it's Melissa with Melissa's Creations here for another episode of Melissa's Creations Live. Yes, it is Wednesday, the day of the week when we come together and chit chat about some Stampin' Up! News, and I share with you guys a fun project live right here on my YouTube channel. Normally I do all of my live broadcasts on my Facebook page, facebook.com/mcreations, but I wanted to share the love with you guys on my channel, so that's why I created Melissa's Creations Live. So I have my computer set up over here so I am able to see everyone's comments. So as soon as everybody starts popping online, we're going to go over a little bit of news and then we're going to make a really fun project today. I'm going to show you how I like to use some of those large bags in the holiday catalog to wrap some gifts. It's super quick, super easy. It doesn't take a lot of materials at all, and I can't wait to show you guys how to make it. So let's just dive right into a little bit of news. First of all, I wanted to let you guys know that as a demonstrator, we are able to see the occasions catalog and the celebration flyer. So if you want to get your hands on a copy of those amazing publications early, before customers are allowed to see them, sign up to be a demonstrator. You can join my team. I would love to have you. You do not have to be in the same city, town, or state as me. I do have one downline at the moment, and she is in Ohio. So shout out to you, Maria. And it's great. It's a fantastic company. The products are amazing, and there's so much creativity and camaraderie in the company. So if you're interested in joining, please send me a message. I'd love to talk to you about the Stampin' Up! Opportunity in more detail. Let's see, I'm going to be doing my pre-order very shortly, and as a demonstrator pre-ordering out of the Occasions catalog, I also get to pre-earn for celebration. So I'm so excited. There's a lot of really cute stuff in there. I can't show you anything because I don't have anything, and I can't show you inside the catalogs yet, but pretty soon, as soon as I get my pre-order, I'm going to do a live video on that and show you guys all the goodies that I'm going to get. I also wanted to let you guys know about Paper Pumpkin. Let me show you the new November box. This is a special edition holiday box. Isn't it just fantastic? I love it. It is so cute. Let's see. Hi, Tracy in New Zealand. Very cool. Hi, Niece. I hope I'm saying that right. Niece Leonard, I think. Love your creations. Thank you very much. That's great. So this is the special edition holiday box. I am so excited about that box. It is so pretty. You have until November 10th to sign up to get this box, and I don't know what's in it yet, but I bet it's going to be fantastic. So I went ahead and I ordered two just because that's I'm anticipating it to be fantastic. I can't wait to dive in and see what's in there. All right, and also just to let you guys know, a little reminder, the Stitched Shapes framelits are available. If you haven't picked up your set yet, go ahead and pick it up now. You can do so in my online store, melissascreations.stampinup.net. Click Shop Now, and you will see the ad there for the framelits, as well as select coordinating stamp sets are on sale 25% off. So perfect time to get some of your holiday stamps and get crafting with your holiday cards. A few more orders of business before we dive into our sample. I'll show you that in just a second. I like it. I think it's super cute. I've already wrapped 3 gifts that way, so I'm so excited about it. My YouTube schedule: Mondays I have Creative Quickies, Wednesdays I have Melissa's Creations Live, and Fridays I do tutorials. Now I am going to be moving next week and into the week after that, so I'm going to have to pre-record a few videos for our Wednesday live sessions. So I will still be posting, I just won't be posting a live video during the next couple of weeks. So hopefully I'll get settled in quickly and I'll be back to you guys very, very soon. But I am looking forward to moving into a new place closer to my husband's work, and it is going to be smaller, so I'm kind of concerned about the downsizing. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll see how it goes. I also have my card buffet this weekend, so I've been terribly busy cutting and preparing for that. That is on Saturday, so hopefully it goes okay. If you'd like to see the cards that I am going to offer at my buffet, you can check those out on my Facebook page, facebook.com/mcreations. I have some pictures up there if you're interested in seeing what those samples look like. All right, enough chit chat, enough news. Let's dive into the sample. So today I'm going to show you how I wrapped this little gift here using the new cellophane bags in the holiday catalog. They are good size bags. They are, I believe, 10 by 17. I'll double check on the measurement when we get into it. I made the little tag here. I know it's backwards right now. It'll be right way around when I turn the camera around. And I used some of the Presents and Pine Cones Designer Series paper. And there's actually a stamp set in here. I'm going to wrap another stamp set the same way. So join me as we do a little bit of pre-Christmas holiday wrapping. And with the leftover, there's just a 2-inch strip, very small piece left over after I made that out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So I went ahead and I made this card, which I'll turn you guys around. You can see it in better detail. And I just, I was like, let's fold the piece of paper in origami style and see what happens. And I kind of like the way it turned out. I think it's kind of cute. So I'm going to turn you guys around. Bear with me a moment while I move you and resituate, and we'll get started on doing this fun project. So just a sec. Give me a moment. Okay. I think we are ready. Hopefully my camera cooperates and stays in place. If you are interested in purchasing from me online, you can go to my website, mcreations.com, click on Shop Now. You'll see all the links. Here is the current hostess code. Anybody that shops with me does receive some perks. So go ahead and read up on that. I am starting today with a piece of 12 by 12 paper. This is the Presents and Pine Cones. So beautiful. Holly on one side, bells on the other. So we're going to start cutting this apart so that we can get the right measurements for the inside of our bag. Hi, Laura. Is there a retirement list coming out? I was just wondering if any of the Christmas stuff is retiring. We will have that list very soon. Yes, there's going to be a retiring list and a carryover list. I think it's going to be within the next couple of weeks or the first part of December is when we will know that information, and I'll be able to pass it along as soon as I can. All right, so I also have one of the bags from the holiday catalog that is these 6 by 17 inch gusseted cellophane bags. You get 25 bags in a package, and they are food safe. They're $9 for 25 bags, so really a great value. And you can fit wine bottles, a loaf of bread, lots of goodies will fit in these bags. And I am using the stamp set. It's a celebration for my tag as well as for the card. Now, I may not show you how to make the card today, but if anybody's interested, I can do a quick tutorial on that. But that's just, I just wanted to use up the leftovers of my paper, so that's kind of what I came up with. So, to cut your paper, and because we have directional paper, there's a certain way we want to cut this. So I'm going to turn it on its side like this. You can see which direction the bells are going. I'm going to cut 2 strips that measure 5 inches each. So strip number 1 and number 2. And that gives me a 2-inch strip left. Now make sure you hold on to this because that is going to be what we're making our tag with, as well as if you wanted to make a card. The first sample I did, this was all I had left in scrap for my 12 by 12 piece of paper. So I thought that was pretty darn good that that's all the scrap that I had. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of scoring on those 5-inch pieces. Now these are 5 by 12, so we're going to score it first at 2, and then we're going to score it again at 8. So instead of flipping out my arm, basically the middle portion is 6 inches. So I'm just going to line up that score mark that I just made with the 6-inch. and that will give me my 8-inch score right here. So now we have 4 inches on this side. So do the same thing with your other piece. 2 inches and 8 inches. Okay. There we go. And now for our tag, this is 2 inches wide, and I am actually going to have the holly as the base of my tag, because if I had my bells, it wouldn't be going the correct direction. So we're going to chop this down to measure 3.5. And then I'm going to snip a little tiny strip of the bell off. And if you wanted to make this card, this whole length here is 5.5. It's the same width as a standard card base. So I'm not planning on doing that with this scrap today. So I am actually going to cut off a 2-inch strip so that I can do the bottom of my tag and my bell will be the right way. So I'm going to trim that down to 1/2 inch. So it's 2 inches by 1/2 inch. And that is going to be accented on the bottom of my tag, just like that. Okay. So we're done with the trimmer for now. I'm going to score my pieces for my bag. So just reinforce those crease lines. And this one. I made a few of these. The first bags that I did, I actually cut each piece individually. I had 2 pieces that measured 6 inches and 2 pieces that measured 4 inches. And then I just stuck them on either side of the bag, but I didn't like how that looked. So I decided to switch it up a little bit so that I have better sides and it just has a much more finished look. So we're going to be adhering these together so that we have essentially this rectangle shape here. So what we want to do is grab our fast fuse, and I'm going to adhere the 2-inch side, the shorter end, to the longer end of my other piece. So essentially I'm creating a super, super long piece right here, and I'm going to glue it together on this little 2-inch side here. So I'm just going to run a couple strips of my fast fuse down here. Oh no, and it's out, of course. Of course it's out. So I'm just going to grab some snail. It'll work for now. I would recommend using fast fuse because it is much stronger. So we'll just use snail for now. And just line those up right on that score line there. Okay. And then we're just going to do the same with the other side. We're going to adhere the short side to that long side there. So another couple strips of adhesive, and just make sure it's straight, and there we go. So now we have our rectangle. Okay. I do also have a piece of, this is that white cardboard that comes with your designer series paper. I've just cut this down to measure 4 by 6, and that is going to allow the base of this bag to stand flat. This is a gusseted bag, so you can see that it comes to kind of like a point. So if I have my 4 by 6, then I can just put that into the bag, and it will help to give me a square base. So just kind of fiddle that around until you can push that down into the bottom of your bag. See? Just like that. And this is so super tall, so I apologize if the camera angle isn't great, but it's a very tall bag, which is fantastic because you can fit a lot of stuff in it. All right, so now I'm going to take that rectangle that I made, and I'm going to shove that gently into my bag, kind of squish it up a little bit so you can get it in there. Okay, there we go, looking good so far. So I have my bag base. So I'm going to set that aside, And I'm going to bring in some tissue paper. We're going to stamp our design on some tissue paper. Now I've already stamped a little bit of this. Make sure that when you are doing yours, you have a piece of scratch paper under your surface, because if you don't, this ink does bleed through. There's two sides to my tissue paper. This side is shiny and smooth. This side is matte and a little bit coarser. We want to stamp on the coarse matte side. So I have a fun stamp from the It's a Celebration. I am using this little guy here. And I have some cherry cobbler ink just because it coordinates beautifully with that Presents and Pine Cones Designer Series paper. And then I'm just going to stamp it onto that tissue paper. Like so. Now I've already pre-stamped the other half of this paper as well as another sheet. So I'm going to bring those out. And now we want to wrap our gift so that we can tuck it into our gift bag. So I'm just kind of overlapping these about, I don't know, 6 inches or so. And I have a stamp set here that I am giving to one of my very good friends. So I'm going to wrap this. I'm just going to set it right in the middle so the bottom is in between the overlapped portions. Then I'm just going to wrap this around so that I have it doubled up on the bottom. And the only thing that I'm really trying to accomplish is to have all of this beautiful paper coming up the top of the bag. So we're just going to bring our bag back in, and I'm just kind of tuck and fold this paper around itself and shove it in there. Now if you want more coverage on your stamp set so you can't really see through the paper, wrap it in tissue paper first, plain tissue paper, and then you can put it in your decorative tissue paper. So now I'm just going to gather everything up here at the top and just kind of have that tissue paper coming out like that. Now it does bow in the middle there. So if you're not a fan of how that looks, you could adhere the base to the paper here. You could just make a little tab and fold it over and glue it to the underside. But I am fine with how it looks. It doesn't really bother me. I'm also planning on putting some filler in here. I have some brown craft paper that's all crispy crunchy, so you can just throw that in there as well. So I'm just going to take some cherry cobbler baker's twine. This comes in the trio pack in the holiday catalog. And I'm going to wrap that around and use that to tie my bag and also to adhere my gift tag. So we're going to go through the gift tag real quick here as soon as I get a knot on this bag. I have so much baker's twine, it's all jumbled. Let's see if I can tie this. Okay, all right, did I get it? Yep. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to set that aside. Let me trim off the tail real quick. There we go. And let's finish our tag to put on this fun little bag. So here is a scrap piece of Whisper White. I have my 2" by 3.5" piece of Designer Series paper, and then my 2" by 1/2" decorative piece that I'm just going to put on the bottom. I'm going to grab my scalloped tag topper punch. This thing is amazing, and if you guys haven't used it yet, you're missing out because it is so quick and easy to do your gifts, not just for holidays, but for all year. And then boom, your tag is like basically done. Hi, Linda. Thank you for joining. UK. Very, very cool. Love it. All right, I'm going to put my bell accent at the bottom of my tag. Okay. And now on that scrap paper, I'm going to stamp my Celebrate from the It's a Celebration stamp set. So, cherry cobbler, stamp that down at the bottom. We're going to cut that out with our 1 3. Oh no, that's the paper. We're going to cut the Celebrate out with our Duet Banner Punch. I'm just going to slide that in, punch that out just like so, and I can save that for another project. All right, so there's my words. Now I'm going to bring in the other scrap from my designer paper when I cut for my gift box, my gift bag. And then I'm going to just punch out the opposite side. This is the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. So punch that out, and it's just our little accent. So that is going to be popped up with some dimensionals. And the Celebrate gets popped up on top of that. So let's get some dimensionals on here. And peel off the backing. That's probably the part that takes the longest on this whole thing, is peeling off the backing of these little guys. But they're my favorite. Who loves dimensionals? I can never, ever get enough. They are just so great. Okay, so then we're just going to put that there. And we're going to put that right here. And there are so many designs of the designer series paper. Really, you could get super, super creative. All right. So now I'm just going to tie that into my tag. Several different ways that you could probably tie this. Hi, Claudie. Oh, France. Oh, fun. I'm so excited that we have so many people from around the world today. That is fantastic. I love that. So many different ways that you guys could tie this, but I'm just going to do a simple knot and then maybe a bow on the top. And I'm going to leave a little bit of slack so that it kind of hangs down in front of my project. Now, I will have pictures posted on my Facebook page of the finished projects so you can see them standing up, because I know it's a little difficult to see them when I have to lay them down, because if I did this, you couldn't really see. So I will have some finished photos for you guys to peruse if you're on Facebook. I'll also put some pictures onto my blog, melissascreations.com. or mcreations.com. Both of those will get you to the same place. So then I'm just going to do a simple little bow. And you can really add any embellishments you want, but I just wanted to keep this very simple. And there we go. That is our finished gift tag with a coordinating bag that you can use to wrap some great presents in this year. So let me turn you guys around. Bear with me for just a moment. There we go. Hi, guys. Okay, so let me get you back in the holster real quick, and we'll just say our little last words and byes. All right, so that is our super quick gift bag. Now, you can do anything you want with this. If you had two of the same design, you could make it taller, you could make it shorter. You could, like I said, adhere the paper down to the base. This one is a little more full, so you can see that it kind of sits on the base a little better than the last one. So many different things that you guys can do to wrap your own gifts. If you haven't picked up some of these bags yet, they're pretty great. I would highly recommend picking those up. So again, how many of you guys have used the It's a Celebration stamp set? This is in the holiday catalog as well. It's right next to the page that has those bags. The bags are on page 39 in our holiday catalog. And the It's a Celebration stamp set is on page 38. Really fun, cool set. You can use it for several occasions, not just New Year's. So I really recommend taking a look at that. So that is what I had scheduled for today's episode of Melissa's Creations Live. Thank you so much for joining me today. And don't forget to check out my website. I have a lot of content on there, my blog, as well as a rewards program, a join me page, Paper Pumpkin, all that fun stuff. Also, don't forget, I'm going to show you one more time that fantastic Paper Pumpkin box for November. It is so gorgeous. I cannot wait to get mine. I'm so excited about it. I actually ordered 2. If you want in on this, you need to sign up for Paper Pumpkin by November 10th. That's tomorrow. I am in Oregon in the USA, so for us, it's tomorrow. I don't think this is offered outside of the United States, so unfortunately, I'm very sorry for that. But if you are in the U.S. and you're interested, please send me a message or head over to my blog, and you'll be able to learn more information about that. Thanks, guys, so much for visiting me today. Hope you have an awesome day, and I will hopefully see you soon. Like I said, I might have to delay some live broadcasts the next couple of weeks because I'm moving, but I will also have lots of great content pre-recorded so I can post them and not miss a thing with you guys. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a great day.